Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope your spring break was very good. Hopefully, you had a lot of relaxation. Today for math, we are going to go over lesson 6, 7, which is going to be about multiplying big digit numbers. So, again, this is something that we have done before, so it might be a little bit of a review. It also goes into a little bit of our Debo. I know a lot of you guys like Debo. So I'll go over some of the steps, some of the examples for the problems, and hopefully all of that review will help you when you are doing your work, when you're doing your math problems. So with that, let's get started. So with 6, 7, we're talking about multiplying large digit numbers, right? So let's take an example problem. Let's go with 12 times 4, right? And let's say I didn't know how to solve this problem. I have no idea. How could I solve this? Well, remember how I mentioned Debo before, right? Our two ways for that we used area to try to solve area, we used the doubling and the break apart. So, for 12 times 4, let's go with doubling. Let's try out doubling first, right? So one way I could do doubling is, remember, we are splitting it up into two numbers that are the same. So let's draw this out. 12 times 4. I'm going to erase it real quick. Right here. Let's draw a big rectangle, right? We're going back to area. Let's put the 12 here, the 4 here. Right? Remember, with doubling, I'm splitting this in half, right? Right down the middle. And I'm making one side of 6 and another side of 6, right? Because 6 plus 6 equals 12, right? Now the next step is I multiply this 4 not by the 12, but by each 6, right? So we've got 4 times 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. And then same thing here. 4 times 6 equals 24. Once I have multiplied the 4 by each of these 6's, I can add these two numbers. 24 plus 24 equals what? That's right, it's 48. So we know 12 times 4 equals 48. Now, let's erase this. And let's try doing this the other way. So 12 times 4, we don't know what that is. But instead of doubling, let's use the break apart method, right? So let's draw this out again. We draw our nice rectangle. So 12 times 4. And with break apart, remember, we're kind of like doubling. We're splitting this top part into two different numbers. But with break apart, it doesn't have to be the same number twice. It could be split into two different numbers that you know the multiplication tables to. So with 12, in my mind, I know that I can really easily split this up into a side of 2 and a side of 10. Right? Because 2 plus 10 equals 12. And after this, it's really the same thing as with the doubling. You're taking 4 times 2, which is going to be 8. You're taking 4 times 10, which is going to be 40. Then 40 plus 8 should equal the same number. And that's really it. When we're trying to multiply these big numbers, right? These numbers that are larger than our single digit factors, it's really all about trying to split up the big number to try to make it a little bit easier for you to multiply, right? And then when we split it up into making it two smaller one-digit numbers, or tens if you can see a way to split it up with the 10 in there, it makes it a lot easier to solve those big digit numbers. So when you're going through your work, remember, you can think about doubling, or you can think about break apart, or if you have another way of trying to figure out these multiplication problems, go ahead. You don't have to use doubling or break apart. These are just ways that can help you if you're having difficulty solving them. And with all that being said, I'm Mr. M. I'll see you guys in the next video.